Okay, let's check it out. Hit Parader, April 1988. This was $2.50 back in 1988, which is probably about $6 in today's money with inflation. Looks like we got Dokken on the front. Check out Dokken's hat. I don't know why they're holding pistols. Well, I guess at feud's end. Were they angry with each other? Is that when the feud started between George Lynch and Don Dokken? I don't know. Looks like we got Def Leppard in here, Metallica, AC/DC, The Crew, Van Halen, Poison, Kiss, Whitesnake, Roth, and there's a centerfold. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to see who made that. LA Guns down here. All right, Eat the Metal. Just Say Yes, Scarf Down on 3 primo new metal albums. Sanctuary, Fifth Angel, The Slammin' Wadisis, the debut album from these 5 Windy City Maniacs. Safe to say those dudes never really made it. Don't know about Sanctuary or Fifth Angel either. Okay, Gibson rises above the crowd. Nice Gibson ad there. Cool. Megadeth. Oh, check it out. We got Megadeth. Includes Hook in Mouth, In My Darkest Hour, Anarchy in the UK. Cool. So Far So Good So What came out. I remember that coming out when I was a senior. Look at Mustaine there. Dave Mustaine. One year my family moved 5 times. I never got the chance to unpack my suitcase. Each month Hit Parader sojourns back in time with rock and roll celebrity to learn about their formative years. Yeah, I guess my music is about as far away from the Jehovah's Witness attitude as you can get, Dave said with a grin. I mean, I still believe in God, but it's just not the God that my mother believes in. I remember going to Jehovah's Witness. Why aren't they talking about religion? I guess nothing better to talk about if you got Dave Mustaine there. Look at old Lars here with his Tama kit. That's awesome, man. Lars had a mullet that rivaled Joe Elliott of Def Leppard, I gotta say. Twisted Sister here, Information Center. Looks like that's a bunch of letters and stuff. Sabotage. Oh, okay. You know, I was never a huge Sabotage fan. I thought their stuff was good, but I hate it. I don't remember which one of these guys passed away, unfortunately. Guitar player. I don't know which one was a guitar player out of these guys. I was never a huge fan enough to know. Anyway, moving on. Iron Maiden's Adrian Smith. Look at Adrian Smith there looking all young and dapper. Does food really make the man? Each month, Hit Parader sets out to find out how true that old axiom is. This month's lunch muncher is none other than Iron Maiden's guitar maven, Adrian Smith. There are times I wish home wasn't in my suitcase, even though I did enjoy touring, but every now and then, pressures do build up, reveals Iron Maiden's low-profile guitarist, Adrian Smith. Fortunately, we had a nice break before starting work on the new album. Break's very important. So they talk about food in here or what? I guess. Oh, here we go. LA Guns. Check that out. That's a pretty cool picture. That was a great time for metal. This look, I just love. This is like that Guns N' Roses, LA Guns. Just that kind of like metal meets Rolling Stones. That was a cool look. That wasn't all like crazy glam, over the top. I mean, it is over the top, but it looks. They look kind of like gypsies, not so much lipstick and all that glam stuff. That was cool too, but I like that look better. Metallica Power Personified. Metal Monsters recall early days with special video presentation. Here's a question. Giving your fans value always seems to be high on Metallica's list of priorities. And Lars says, it is. A lot of bands in the business seem to enjoy ripping the fans off. I'm not naming any names, but they're out there. We're fans ourselves, so we don't see any reason to do that. Like when we released Garage Days Revisited a few months back, we made sure it said the 598 EP right on the front. We didn't want some record store guy taking advantage of the fans, charging them the price of a regular album. Then just a few years down the road, well, we won't talk about it, Napster. Faster Pussycat. I saw these guys like 4 times open up for various bands. These guys were pushed so hard, and they made it, but they were never huge. But man, they got pushed hard. I saw these guys about a year and a half ago, and they were fantastic. Little different lineup, but they were good. This band here is called Lion. Talk about bad timing. West Coast unit hits the big time with Dangerous Attraction. And they were never heard of again. There's the man Angus Thunder from Down Under rally with new album and tour. The release of new AC/DC album is always big news. You know what's weird is AC/DC just put out some new music. Like, I just heard it the other day and it was pretty awesome. And they're still going strong. But the latest vinyl, Blow Up Your Video, I have never heard that. I've never heard all that album. I've heard some of it. But Born to Rock. Cool. All right. More Metallica stuff. Man, Metallica was just, they had just really hit it, man. There was no turning back from Metallica. They were huge, still are huge, but man, what a wave. Music by mail, $3.99 each. Special introductory offer to all cassette buyers. There's a grand prize drawing. Geffen Records gave away some stuff here. Grand prize furnished by Hoshino USA and Chesborough Music. Oh, there's King Diamond. Look at him. That's smart for guys to wear makeup and do this gimmick, because like Kiss today are still touring with 2 original members, obviously, but they look great with the makeup until you get really super close. But this dude looks the same today. Maybe it's a satanic magic spell. I'm just kidding. Okay, except look at these dudes. Nice jacket, man. Dokken Duo does boomers. Old George got him a Dokken or a GHS endorsement there. Got some striper going on up here. There's Bon Jovi. Check out. Got a guitar, electric guitar on him. I don't see that often. Oh, this Metal Method dude. I always wanted to get these videos. I thought back in the day, I was like, man, this dude is the epitome of what metal should look like. I never got it though. Vince Neil. Boy, has he changed. Does this dude look like a lady? Dude, look like a lady. Wrong band. Oh, Doro. Oh, look at that young Doro. That is a cool shirt. That Marshall shirt. Check that out. Doro. Doro never really was huge in the States, I don't think. I mean, I dig Doro, but cool image. She sure was young back then. 88. Here we go. Whitesnake. Boy, these dudes were on a wild ride for a short period of time. Fast forward just, this was April of 88, man, and within 2 years, Steve Clark would die. 3 years, and this dude here would just go insanely successful with Def Leppard. And he wasn't even on Slip of the Tongue. He was on the tour. and now he's doing like paintings and stuff. So totally two different career paths, and it really sucks what happened to Sykes on that album. But nevertheless, John Sykes, one of the best. There's old Rick Allen, early photo shoot with one arm. That poor dude. Poor guy, there he is. In the beginning, they always took pictures of him with his arm covered up. They're real careful, but nowadays it's not really, I don't care. Look, there's Steve Clark, man. That's what I'm talking about. See, he's the king of the mullet. Joe Elliott, but that is on par with Lars Ulrich's mullet, man. If I could go back and take a look at Lars Ulrich's mullet, if we could compare, where's old Lars? Where was that picture? There it is. Okay, here we go. Lars Ulrich mullet, Joe Elliott mullet. Lars, Joe Elliott. Are they the same man? It could be. Guns N' Roses. Talk about another band that was just insanely just on fire. 88, man. There was no band bigger than these guys in 88 except maybe, I don't know, maybe Bon Jovi. Van Halen was pretty big too, but I think Guns N' Roses, I think they were it, man. These guys had the swagger, the attitude, the sound. Dokken at feud's end, back for the attack, rockets Don and the boys to the top of the rock pile. I never was a big Dokken fan. All my friends say, Marty, you're a guitar player, you didn't like Dokken? I'm like, no, I like Van Halen. I like Slash. I was more into the glam metal, even though I like the look of like GNR, but I like the flashy stuff, but never was a big Dokken fan. But all my friends were, I mean, I like them, but to me, they just didn't have the swagger, the swing. Look at George there. Look at that hair. That was a cool ESP. Man, if you had one of these ESP guitars now, those American ESPs, very, very valuable, very well-made guitars. Traditional goofy drummer picture with the big drumsticks. It's like that's all they could think of to do with drummers. Oh, should have known the centerfold was Diamond Dave. David Lee Roth wearing the gloves. Gotta admit, I was a big Dave fan. I love Sammy Hagar, Van Halen too, but Eat 'Em and Smile was awesome. I thought Skyscraper was a great record too. That's a cool picture. Aerosmith. Look at Joe Perry. Joe Perry always plays funky guitars. I think when he goes on tour, he's like, I'm gonna play like the most untraditional, weirdest guitars I can, just because I can. If he'd stick to something normal, his style might sound a little bit more traditional sometimes. I like him, but sometimes he's a little clunky. All right, man, that's a cool picture of Mick. Look at old Mick. He could stand upright at that point. Nicky before he got all soul patch and bandana. Vince got his David Lee Roth scarf rocking. Got to be like Diamond Dave. Got to wear that scarf. I wish Motley was like that today. And of course, you can't have Motley Crue without Poison. Bret Michaels. A rare photo of Bret Michaels without his hat and his bandana. CeCe DeVille here. His hair so bleached, if you touched it, it'd probably fall off his head. Bobby Dahl. I thought Bobby Dahl was the coolest looking dude in the band. He always had a cool look to him, man. Anyway, Poison. Oh, Gene. This is Gene. I saw a documentary with Gene Simmons on YouTube last night, and Gene's hair looks just like a Brillo pad, and he kind of blamed it on getting burned by his torch every night, getting with a flame and stuff, and he had his hat on, and his hair, it looked just like a Brillo pad. And I'm not hating on Gene, but I don't know. I don't think it's a wig, but man, it's just weird looking. But that's the regular Gene Simmons hair. That's proof that it did exist at one point. And I do not remember seeing that bass ever, but that's a pretty cool looking bass. Check out Gene's, what's this, a belt buckle? Is that part of his guitar strap? That's a belt. Saw his net worth was like $400 million now, so what a guy. Klaus Meine. I love the Scorpions. Scorpions are a bad, wicked bad band. Bad meaning good. They have been doing it forever. They sound fantastic. I love the Scorpions. Consistent sound, consistent music. I've seen the Scorpions 4 or 5 times. Oh, this is cool. Van Halen, Breaking the Silence. Rock legends gear up after 2-year absence. So that was when they were starting to do OU812. Man, that is a fantastic picture of Eddie. Eddie had the perfect hair. Perfect feathered hair. There's his Kramer Beretta, his 5150. Fantastic. Sammy playing that red Washburn as I Can't Drive 55 Washburn. Mikey, these guys were so happy. I think that's one reason I loved Van Halen so much. They were like true brothers, true musicians. And Eddie should give this to Vince Neil. Vince needs a new bandana. Robin McCauley and Michael Schenker. I have no idea who this guy looks. He looks almost like the dude from REO Speedwagon. So yeah, I guess I should know who that is, but I don't know. Well, Michael Schenker sure has aged. I saw a picture of him recently. He looks great. I mean, that's a long time ago, but I did not know that was Michael Schenker. I didn't get into Michael Schenker until recently. Oddly enough, being a Scorpions fan, just never really paid attention to Michael Schenker. He's fantastic. Cool. Carvin advertised a lot of their amps, and as much as they advertised, I never knew anybody with a Carvin. And to this day, this stuff still shows up in pawn shops. I mean, this really, Steve Vai played the Carvin 100 heads, and that was the sound on Crossroads, but the sound of that Carvin was all through his DS1 distortion. These are terrible, terrible amps. Look at Blackie Lawless. Never was a WASP fan. Thought they had a cool image. There's a few WASP songs I think are pretty decent. I enjoy watching their videos just because they're so crazy, but Suicide Mission. Blackie. Boys keep fighting their detractors with metal mayhem. I will never compromise what this band is about again. Well, we know that's not true. If you fast forward about 30 years. Yeah, we all get old. T-shirts, posters. Okay, song index. They had lyrics for songs. Hangman Jury, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Jim Valance. Me and my old lady is sitting in the shade talking about the money that I ain't made. Sweet Little Lovin' by White Lion. Vito Batter on My Tramp. I don't know, man. I don't remember that song. Honestly, by Michael Sweet. Man, things we had to resort to without the internet. Here's old Badio, man. Michelangelo Badio, still doing these commercials, man. Jim Gillette's Proud to Be Loud. Look at Jim Gillette's hair. Goodness gracious. This is a double-page ad. Send to Jim Gillette's Metal Power, Hollywood, California. Have you ever wished you could hit those high glass shattering high notes? If so, Metal Power is for you. Any of you ever heard the band Nitro? If anybody heard Nitro, this would never sell anything. Lesson 1 is $10. Lesson 2 is $10. Lesson 3 is $10. 4 $10, or you can get all 4 for $30. I gotta look that stuff up on YouTube. I gotta see what his vocal lessons are like. There's the lyrics for Animal by Def Leppard. Hands and Knees by Sammy Hagar. It's funny they put a Sammy Hagar song in here, but they didn't put a Van Halen one since Van Halen was in this. Necklaces, earrings, spandex, t-shirts, cuffs, leather. There's Burning Like a Flame by Dokken. Crash Course as recorded by Metallica. Subscribe to Hit Parader now. How much was it? Save $5. Hit Parader 12 issues was $25. 24 was $48. That is a load of money for 1988. $25 for 12 issues. I mean, why subscribe? It's $2.50. I mean, you're not really saving much at all. You can get spandex pants here. How much were these spandex? Doesn't say. $25 plus $2 shipping. Gator black, zebra white, checkerboard, boa silver. That's a better deal than a year subscription to this magazine for $25. Back issues, just in case you missed something on Steve Peruse or Bon Jovi. The Poor Kicks, they got this ad in the end here, this little 3rd page deal. Probably $2,000 for that. Kicks never got the credit they deserved, but truthfully, Blow My Fuse was probably the only really good album in their catalog. But that was a great album. Consistency, they couldn't do it. Instrumentally speaking, a stinger amp. See, none of these companies will advertise in serious musician magazines. They gotta put it in Hit Parader. And then Lita. Full page ad at the end. Last thing you see is old Lita. I always thought this was a terrible picture of Lita Ford. I thought that this whole getup was kind of goofy looking, even for the 80s. Kelly Bundy took that look to new levels. So, there it is. Oh, check it out. Here's the skyscraper ad. Very cool. I got this magazine for $1 at The Great Escape.